Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we got some maintenance we got to do to the RV. So we're going to show you that today. We're going to be flushing and inspecting our water heater. Some people call it hot water heater. It is a water heater. We're going to take the anode out and flush this all out, and we'll put the inspection camera in there and see what everything looks like and go accordingly. Maybe we'll have to change the anode. We'll check that out when we get to it. Now this video will show you how to do it on like this type. Not everybody has the anode they can pull out of the bottom to flush it. They might have to pull their heating element or something like that, but it can be done. This will show you how to do it. This is a 10-gallon hot water heater. It's a Suburban. So once we get this done, you'll see what it takes to get it done. You only need a few tools to do this job. You're going to need a ratchet and an 1 1/16 socket, because that's the size of that anode on there. We do have replacement anodes in case we need them, and that is the size for it. These are the magnesium ones. So they're the better ones. You're going to need the flush wand to get in there and flush that out, get all the pieces of scale and stuff out. And then of course we got our inspection camera. We'll stick in there. We'll get a look inside the tank, see how everything's looking, make sure it's in good shape. And then another thing to have on hand is like another heating element as a backup. You never know. These things are like 13 bucks. So this is a replacement for ours, just to have it on hand. You might want to have something like that. I'll leave links to all this stuff down below. You guys are looking to do this job for yourself. They are affiliate links, so they do help the channel. Appreciate the support. So with all that being said, you'll need also the Teflon tape, because you're going to want to put that back on the threads of the anode once you pull it out, and then put it back in. So with all that being said, let's get over here and we'll start this job. All right, we're over here at our heater. We're just going to take the door off, set it aside. Now on ours, our power switch to turn it on for the 110 heating is on the bottom here. We're just going to shut that off. You want to make sure that's off. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Second thing you want to do, if you have it, is go inside here. I don't know if you guys can see over here. Cameraman, bring them closer. We have the hot water bypass lever. We're going to want to do that because we don't want water to go in there once we open it up. So we press the bypass lever. If you don't have the lever, you can just shut off your water to the rig, and then it'll stop water from going in. So we got that going. Next thing we're going to do is take our socket, and we want to pull this anode on the bottom out. You guys can see this. We're going to pull this out. This is where the water is going to drain. Quick tip though, if you might want to wear some Crocs or some old shoes or something, because every time I do this, my feet get wet somehow. So and note too, depending how long ago you shut off your hot water heater, the water might be hot, so be careful. We're also going to pull this for a second just to release that pressure. See, we have the pressure release. Then we're going to close it just for now, so when we pull this, the water doesn't just rush out. See, we got it to the point now. Now that we have it like this, we're just going to get it there. Once we pull it, the water won't rush out too fast because we have that valve closed. There you go. I don't know if you guys could see, but it had some scale in there. Now we're going to pull this off. There we go. Now we're just going to let that drain. Then once we're done draining, we'll come back to that. But you can see our anode is in good shape. We replaced this, I think, the last time we did it anyway, but it's in really good shape. Plus we do have water filters and water softener and everything on here, so that I'm noticing that it's helping quite a bit with that water softener we put on. If you haven't seen that video, guys, go check it out. We'll leave a link to it. But that water softener is definitely helping out the inside of our tank. We got less scale build up in there, so pretty good. So we're going to let that drain and we'll be back. All right, guys, while that's finishing draining on the last bit in there, we're going to hook our wand up to our hose. Make sure you got your rubber washer in there. Get that hooked up. I'll go over here and turn this on real quick. Even rhythm. Oh, we got an older hose. Boom, baby. Okay, now we're just going to stick this in that hole where we took the anode out. I mean, I could feel a little bit of scale in there, but not much. And we're just going to rinse everything off in there. You'll see more come out, more of the scale. You can see the chunks of it. See if I can catch some for you guys. You can see the scale right there coming out of there. That's what we're trying to get out. And also clean off the element that's in there and everything. So we'll do that. We're going to do this a couple times, just working it in and out and let it all drain out of there. And then we'll stick the inspection camera in there, see what everything's looking like. All right, we're doing our last flush. We do it like 3 times. Once you stop seeing stuff come out, for the most part, you're not going to get every little bit because there's a little lip in there. But we're trying to get the bulk out, release whatever's loose inside the tank or on the element. That's why I like to have an element just available. They're only, like I said, 13 bucks. It's nice to have on you. And that'll be the last time we do this over here. And then next we'll get you a close-up of what comes out of here. You can see all the scale buildup. We'll show you that here. All right, guys, you can see down here, this is all the scale that comes out of there. So you might not think there's much in your tank, but we do this like every month. You can see how much scale builds up in here in a month. And you can see a little bit down there, the finer stuff. It's between what's in your water, what's on your element, stuff like that. So we did put the water softener in here, so it has probably been a month and a half for us, but we put the water softener in there not that long ago, and it seems to help because I could tell by the anode it looks pretty good. But that's what you're going to get out of there. Now let's get the inspection camera put in there and see what we can see in there. All right, guys, we got our camera turned on here. We're going to put our wand in here, see what we can see. See if you guys can make anything out. I know there's got that light glare on stuff in there. You can see part of the tank in there. The tank looks good. You can see in that back corner where it looks like the line on the stuff, but it looks pretty good in there. You can see the element right there. The heating element looks great. So everything looks pretty good in there. That's what pretty much what we're looking for is like the coating in that tank, just to make sure everything's good. But it all looks, I mean, you got that little, but you'll see that on most of them, that little rust line, but overall it's looking pretty good in there. So we're happy with that. So with that being done, we can now put our anode back in. All right, we're peeling off the old Teflon tape off of our anode rod. Like I said, this one's in really good shape. I mean, you're definitely going to put this one back in, and I'll show you what a new one looks like so you can see it for comparison. You can see this one's all intact, just like this one. When they start going bad, you'll see big chunks of it missing on the whole thing, but really good shape still. So we're going to put that one back in. We're going to put our Teflon tape on here. You want to wrap it around here a few times, especially if you have this thin one. I couldn't find my thicker Teflon tape, and you want to pay attention to the way it's going to screw in there so you know which way to put your Teflon tape on there. Otherwise you'll be unwinding the tape. It's crazy. There we go. We got a couple wraps on there. That's all we need. We want to make sure it seals the threads. And we're just going to put it back in there. Get it started by hand. You don't want to cross thread it. There we go. We got it started. And we're just going to tighten that up. You don't need to go crazy with tightening it. You just want it to, you'll feel it like sit flat in there. And then you do it like another half turn once it gets pretty tight. At least that's how I do it. Like, see, I'm pretty tight there. Now I'll do another half turn. That'll be all it takes right there. Now the next thing we can do is we're just going to let the water go back in. So we're going to hit our bypass, and once we turn this back, the tank should start filling up. Just turn it slow. And over here you can hear the tank filling back up. Hear it? And you'll know because we left this relief valve open, so water will start coming out of there. Because if you close that, it's going to create air pressure. So we want to leave it open until it starts coming out of there. So that's what we're waiting for. All right, guys, you can see it's starting to come out of there now. We'll let it work out as much air as possible. Then we'll close that up. And that pretty much job is done. We'll dry this bottom part off and put our door back on. And then we'll just remember to flip your switch back on if you have it outside here, or if yours is inside, to turn it back on. And when you do turn your faucet on, inside you're going to have air in the line, so you'll get a bunch of popping and stuff, so expect that, so don't scare you. So let's get this closed back up and then we'll be done. Well, there it is, maintenance done, quick and easy, but it's something you definitely should be doing on your RV. You don't want to ruin that tank, because then it costs you a lot more money. Like I said, these magnesium anodes are the better ones to put in there. I mean, I think there's aluminum ones and stuff like that, but the magnesium is the best ones. And also, like I said, that water softener, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the water softener down there definitely helped with the condition of our anode, because it was scaling up and eating more of that before, but now it's better. Like I said, we'll leave links to it all down below, so you guys can make this job a little easier for you as you're going to do it. And I recommend keeping an element on you, just in case it goes out on you when you're out there. You don't want to have to wait for this to come in. I mean, yeah, most of them have the propane. You could run it on that, but why not keep it there if you got it? And then, of course, that inspection camera is good for multiple things, not just this tank, but you can inspect a lot of things with that thing, and it comes with a long wand, so recommend getting one of those too. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you've seen here or anything, let us know in the comment section down below. We'll be happy to help you guys out. And don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff down there somewhere. Just hit some of that. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Try something new.